So, first thing I want to say is that I appreciate everyone being here. I know this was not the expected outcome of our first meeting, but I figured that we need to address it now before it spirals into something much worse. Um, if you cannot handle the things that you hear, things that are said, or anything like that, then please excuse yourself. Do not stay. Um, I will also say now, if you have any firearms and you are not the security that was brought in for this, please, walk down, put it on your horse, take them out. We don't want anyone getting hurt because of our emotions. Um, Now, if that's agreeable, then we will get started. Um, Walker, if you'd like to go ahead and say your prayer.
Yeah. I know all y'all might not necessarily be religious, but I would ask that you at least lower your head while we speak here. Um, God, may your wisdom be our compass, and may your peace accompany our choices. In your love and guidance, I place trust, and in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Oh,
Oh,
You all right?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
alright. And can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Alright. So, Albert Tobias, we kind of have brought you here today um, under the crimes and charges of desecration of bodies. Um, we had received your confession through several witnesses, but I want to hear from you. Do you plead guilty to this crime?
Yes.
All right. Um, One of the things I want to do is I think some of us would like to hear what had happened and what had transpired to lead to this. So maybe we can see through your eyes what had happened.
You want the full story of the story of that day?
The story of that day, please.
Story of that day, I was headed out to San Denis to pick up a firearm and some ammo for caravan here to help deal with the Del Lobos threats. And I got ambushed by the Comanche, who I unfortunately had another unf- not a good past with. I defended myself. Unfortunately, anger from rather fresh wounds still I decided to put him up as a warning to the other Comanche.
Can you explain? And I do apologize, everyone. This may be a bit much, but can you explain specifically what you did as a warning?
I put their scalped heads on stakes.
And how many people did you do this to?
Total, between the two different separate attacks, I believe it was about 17.
Now, many of us have heard you tell tales about the fact that you have had a rather not great past with the Comanche specifically. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they, unfortunately had maimed you and taken your eye. And in a previous state, they were rather aggressive towards the people that you were protecting because you were a deputized marshal at that time and security, were you not?
Along with when I was a ranger as well, fire department.
So there's been a lot of history there.
Yes. Um, three separate departments plus security plus bounty hunter work.
Now, do you feel any remorse for what you did?
Not at this time.
I appreciate your honesty.
Maybe in the future, but not at this time.
Now, we all, and I believe even the chief of the Wasaka even said that we understand self defense. We understand protecting what's yours, protecting your life, protecting those around you. However, most people, most of the time, have a problem with desecration of bodies.
Okay, and this is the chief of the Wasaki that says this as well. Am I correct in this?
Correct in that he said that he understands self defense?
No, the desecration of the bodies.
No, because I did not ask his opinion on that.
Okay,
But I am saying most people, most of the time,
all right.
don't approve of desecration of bodies. It's actually a federal crime. It is not just a misdemeanor. It is not just a state law. It is a federal crime to desecrate a body. And you decided to do that with 17. And you put those bodies in a very pronounced location that was in full view of the road outside of the burnt down Native American schoolhouse and village.
Yes, I put them alongside the road.
The problem is, while this was not on Wasake land, it was on our state's land. But this has consequences far beyond just, you know, people being disturbed at a desecrated body. This could very well cause more bodies to happen because of your anger. And this could also affect any other future proceedings we may have with both the Wasake and with the St. Denis sovereign city. Because if we can't get to them to fulfill our end of the bargain, that is going to cause a lot more problems. We will not be able to expand east. We will be stuck here in New Austin. And it feels to me that while many of us can empathize feelings of rage and vengeance
You're fine.
and
I trust you.
uh,
Nope,
a
that
sense
one.
of
Right
justice,
behind you.
we may
It's gray, Joan.
uh
I thought it was green.
we sorry the we can understand these feelings. These are very human emotions, but most people have a moral problem with bodies being dismembered, decapitated, and maimed. And that is more of the argument today is what do we do with that? I know I myself am struggling to feel like I could trust you with any safety within the caravan or with anyone in this state. It is very scary. And I'm being honest, and that might bother people that I'm speaking more about feelings and honesty here, but that's what it is. I have to look at the people of the caravan, and I also have to look at the law. While this is not something that you would serve life in prison or even be hanged for, it is still something that we have to address. And you yourself had even made a comment that you don't believe that you could trust the people of the caravan anymore.
Oh, as I've seen them, an unarmed, someone who had been cooperating, and I quote, "Should do I shoot him on sight?" I heard that. How can I trust the caravan who I have worked my ass off for, who I have willingly given blood for, and they are shoot on sight?
Is this in relation to us escorting you?
Yes.
Yes,
I
they.
have been I have been cooperative.
Yes,
I
and
have
they.
been completely cooperative, and that is his first question.
He asked that if you ran, do I want you shot down or detained? That was the question.
No, he asked, "Do I shoot on sight?" That was his question.
Shoot on sight can mean multiple things. We can shoot lethally, or we can shoot to weaken. We could shoot out your legs to cause you to fall, or we can shoot you in the chest to kill you.
At the end of the day, the question was in relation to if you were to run, which was a very real concern of ours, if they wanted you to be shot, or if I wanted you to be shot or detained. And what was my answer whenever that was asked?
He preferred me to stay in one piece.
Yes, I said I would rather him just be detained. I didn't handcuff you. I didn't blindfold you. I put you in an armored vehicle for your safety. I asked Mike today to make sure that you had food and water. And I asked people to check on you when we could have easily just let you rot for what you did. But no, I cared enough to make sure that you were taken care of, and I wanted to make sure that you got to speak your piece tonight. So while, yes, you may not trust us, a lot of us can't trust you now. Because if one of us slights you, are you going to decapitate us and scalp us and put us on spikes? That type of vigilante justice can't happen just because of past. All of us have been wronged in one way or another. There are many of us who have many scars. Does not mean that we can go and just take it out on the first person or persons that look like the people that harmed us. And we cannot allow for the disrespect of just the human form in general and the not value of life that you showed, native or not. If it was white people, I'd say the same thing. Black people, Chinese, Japanese, anything, I'd say the same thing. I know that those Comanche and the other states wronged you, and these ones were attacking you. You didn't need to desecrate them because the only message you sent to everyone, including the people that you say that you care about in this caravan, is that you are willing to do very, very dangerous and scary things just because it is fueled by anger. That's the warning you sent to us, and to the Wasake, and to the Comanche, and to everyone else. With that said, since you have admitted guilt of this, and as I had said, this is not a life sentence type of crime or a hanging type of crime. And I believe many of us do not want to see you be harmed because many are hurt by this, not just because of the fact that it was bodies that were desecrated, but many of us did see you as a friend and probably still do. We're just hurt. With that said, because it is 17 bodies and the current base fine is $100 for a desecration of a human, or $150, excuse me, of a desecration of a human corpse. I will be charging you 17 times with that $150, and I will be asking you to leave the caravan, but you will be meeting with the Wasake chief, and you will answer to what they want you to do as well, because I am going to allow them their sense of peace and their sense of justice as well. The Wasake have Comanche within their family, more than likely. I would not assume otherwise. And I do not want a war. I do not want to see other people hurt. And the best thing I can see is offering you to them to beg you for their forgiveness, not for us. And I will go with you and implore the chief to not just kill you because I don't believe that you deserve that. I don't believe that you deserve to die for this, but they deserve to get their justice too. So after this, I will have that total number amount for you.
It's 2,550.
Thank you for your quick math skills. And once we do that, you will be detained in the Armadillo jail cell until I can arrange a meeting with Chief Chayton. You will be given food, water, comfort. You will have people seeing to you to make sure that you are not neglected and not deprived of at least conversation and human decency. We will make sure that you have all of your things. We will escort you to the Wasake. I will go with you. Once they decide your fate, you are going to be asked to stay away from the caravan. People could do business with you, you could do business with them. But I cannot trust you with the safety of these people and with their futures. They can do what they want on their own, but I cannot. So, with that said, Riven, I'm going to do something really quick to allow you to be able to put him in the jail cell. And then Coda and Joan, can you please go with Riven to escort him back to his jail cell?